In terms of trends that are upcoming that you have not heard talked about at this conference yet, what investment trends do you think people should be getting ahead of and investing in? Everybody knows what mine is. My co-GP that's in the audience, Todd Bennis, we're firmly of belief that if you're not putting some money in AI, you're going to miss a major boat. And we're specifically betting on the intersection of the silver tsunami, so baby boomers with these 15 and 20-year cash flowing businesses, and AI coming together. But curious from the group here.
I'm going to keep fighting you in AI, right? Not because AI isn't going to be the future, but it's just very hard to invest well in AI because everything becomes a commodity. There'll be so many AIs on, like the sales agents you talk about. There's at least 50 companies who currently have those agent bots that are coming out. So it's really tough. I think like it's huge. And so I promise you, I'm not fighting you on this. It's just, I'm going adjacent. Data.
Yeah, no, I think
it's all going to be, it's going to be data and it's going to be applications. Data is a mess right now. Who has been here on a Google Meet where there's literally been 10 bots following you? Each person has their own one. There's like 10. And you're like, how does this happen? There's only 4 people on the call. But we somehow have 10 agents that are following us on this call. And all that is going up to the cloud, that's all been saved somewhere. Next thing, we're going to have these rings and pendants that will record everything we do. Next thing, we're going to have AI copy agents or copy us's that are going to be able to give us advice and help. We're not even going to need girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, wives, or even kids anymore. We're going to have like our own multiple things. All of these are going to cause a data nightmare. Data is going to be hell. So I'm just saying, number one thing in the world, data. Number 2 is going to be compute space. It's going to be huge. Data centers, compute space. Yeah. Wherever the storage is going to be, it's monster. Each autonomous car requires 1 terabyte of data every single day. There are 1.46 billion cars in the world. It is going to be insane. But then the last thing, just on a little bit of levity here, because the world is getting very depressing right now, I think experiences are going to be huge. People are going to come out multimedia immersive. It's not necessarily, HoloLens and stuff. It's going to be really good experiences that we go into, that we come out of mesmerized and changed. And I think investments in those, although it's a long way away from what we're talking about, is something we want to happen because the world needs to be a little bit more fun.
Thanks, Brian. Compelling.
I'll go with Web 3.0. I think decentralized internet access is a niche space that more and more people are aware of freedom of speech and the ownership of your IP. So if you're a podcaster, you're not at the whim of YouTube from deplatforming you for saying whatever. I'm a big believer that we should have access to all information. I get to make my own determination on whether or not something is true or not. You get to make your own determination, but I don't want content restricted because of 20 different tech companies deciding that I shouldn't be viewing content. But Web 3, think of musicians that own their own music, and it's not being owned by these big corporations. Same idea with your own personal brand and your own personal IP.
Do we have time for a couple questions or no? We're out. Sorry, guys. We're out of time. But everybody should respond if you haven't responded.
Yeah, sure. I think sustainable investing is not just a fad. It's not just a trend. It's not going away at all. All right. Everybody needs clean air, clean water, stable climate, healthy oceans. These are things that we need. They're essential. We need to invest in the physical world in order to reduce pollution. We need to do those things very fast. The biggest transfer of wealth is about to happen from boomers to millennials and Gen Zs. We work with several of them, Lucas Walton included, from the Walmart family, et cetera, right, is one of our biggest benefactors. They are very interested in this space specifically and investing in this space. And the capital markets and family offices are really into sustainability. And so I would focus on that. If you have, just carve out a little bit of your portfolio, 1%, whatever, okay? Just try it out. Test the waters, pun intended. Get into ocean investing if you want. Circular economy, I think, is going to be a big space. So the alternatives to plastics, bringing back the milkman model is things that we've invested into. How do you get delivery systems that don't involve a whole bunch of plastics that's just getting delivered to your house and you throw away? All those things, these are huge industries. Plastics is one of the biggest industries on the planet. Developing the bioplastics and the alternatives to plastics can also be one of the biggest industries on the planet because we need to make those things happen. You guys have seen the impacts of this in your own life. I don't have to talk to you about plastics being in your body, the microplastics to on our beaches, into our oceans, etc., right? But those kind of things that reduce pollution upstream involve changing the way we do industry. Every single thing you've consumed needs to change to become more sustainable in some way. It just does. Okay, and it probably will. There's probably a company working on it right now. So I checked those things out, and I'm happy to talk about it. Sustainable Ocean Alliance, we're an accelerator, and we have the VC fund, and both sides have done well. 1.5x markup on both sides. We're in the top 25 percentile of VCs, but we're investing for the future. We're investing for the ocean. Just a few $1 million. Sorry, we do 100, 250K checks. Yeah. So the Seabird Ventures is like $4 million fund. And then we invest out of the nonprofit side as well. All goes back to the nonprofit.
Thank you, Matt. I think we got everybody. Is that right? All right. How about a final round of applause? Thank you.
If you are a founder, raising capital, developing real estate, or you're an investor, would love for you to get involved in the Family Office Club. I've run this community for 18 years now. We've hosted 300 live events. We have 17 million social media group members and followers. We have the #1 YouTube channel on family offices. We have the #1 most popular podcast on family offices. You can learn more about us and our membership options at familyoffices.com. We have 30 in-person events planned in 2026 and another dozen events this year. Please go to familyoffices.com to learn more.